No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no fascist USA. No fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK under attack. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. When Muslim lives are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When refugees.
Is that Spencer's bodyguard?
Lived in the primordial ooze, and then we came out of it.
Climbed out of it.
Then kinetic energy fed us until the normies came in.
We developed super male vitality as well later on. But this is a recent development, but it has unlocked some of the untapped potential. So,
this series permitted for another career. Just talking to people.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Get your word out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
People, critics of the alt-right say there's a very strong white nationalist ethno part of this. Would you agree with that platform?
Well, I consider myself a white advocate. I feel like other groups, blacks, Latinos, Muslims, Jews, homosexuals, they all have advocacy groups, and it allows them to get a sizable advantage in the political landscape. It's time that white people have advocacy groups as well.
Hey man, can I catch you for a second? Hey, I'm from Alabama. How you doing, man?
Hey, I just met a guy from Alabama who was over here a minute ago.
I'm Glenn Wilson with the NewAmericanJournal.net. But I've been covering politics since George Wallace was governor, man. When I first got into journalism, Wallace was governor of Alabama.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. You've been at it for a while.
For a while, man. So I just wanted to catch an interview with you and see what y'all's expectations are for the Trump administration. Talk to me about why you like Trump. What do you want him to do or whatever.
I think Trump was a big step forward for free speech. Trump kind of reminded me of stand-up comedians from like the 80s and the 70s and the heyday, and there was like a wide range of things you could say and get away with. And then this political correctness constricted people so that they were only able to say a few things, and everybody's walking on eggshells around one another. And Trump, the way that he just came out unscripted and said what was on his mind, he really did a great service for people just speaking their minds plainly and opening that Overton window again.
It seems like everybody's got free speech, man.
I live in Charlottesville, Virginia, and one thing that they're trying to do is tear down our monuments. They're trying to tear down the Robert E. Lee monument, and that's a form of free speech, first of all. Second, after Richard Spencer did his torchlit rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, the liberals convulsed. They have been going before Charlottesville City Council every week saying you can't allow these people to come and speak, and these nutso liberals have been going to the city council saying you have to revoke their free speech. Their speech is violence. A lot of people have a bad perception of it, but this is my heritage. I didn't grow up thinking this was my heritage. I grew up as a country boy, but I was never like a redneck. The rednecks had the flags, and I thought, well, I don't understand that. I don't understand their culture. But when they started to attack the Robert E. Lee monument and tear that down, I saw that as an attack not just on Southern people, but it's on white people in general. They're also taking down statues of Christopher Columbus, the racist Black Lives Matter vice mayor of Charlottesville, Wes Bellamy, is trying to re-examine Monticello and Thomas Jefferson.
But there are millions of Americans who see that as a symbol of hatred. And you have every right to gather here, but they have every right to not like this either, because it's a symbol of hate.
They can hate it. They They can hate away. This is my heritage. These are my people. I'm gonna fight what they did.
They're proud Germans. They buried every single monument in Nazi Germany.
I'll tell you what, man. Since you got this,
This interview isn't about you.
No, since you got this Confederate flag,
I'm trying to express
your
my
history
reason.
can't be nothing without my history. Okay, my name is Don Folden. What is your name,
Okay,
sir?
but can you do a separate interview
No,
with
no,
them
I want to
later?
do it right now. What is your name? What is your name? All right, I want to invite you here, man. Let me give you my card. I want to invite you to my DC. Oh, wait a minute. Let me let Facebook live. You carrying a Confederate flag and you don't want to go on a Black History tour?
Walk away.
Wait a minute. You're trying to tell me you holding a Confederate flag, which your history would be nothing without mine, on a Black History tour.
All right, we set you free. We didn't start slavery. We ended it, and you should be grateful for that.
Who is we?
White people.
Really?
We ended slavery.
You on Facebook? I got you on Facebook Live. What's your name?
My name is Jason.
Jason, I'm done. I want to invite you on the DC Black History Night tour. Would you come? You can bring.
I've heard enough about Black history.
Okay.
That's all they talk about in the schools, and run my people
Really?
talking bullshit.
What school is that? What school they talk about? Tell me some Black history.
Let me ask you about Abraham Lincoln. What do you think? Do you think he's a great emancipator? Did he end slavery? Is that what you think?
Well, who did? If he did.
No, I'm asking you a question. Do you think that Abraham Lincoln ended slavery?
Who wrote the legislation?
He didn't. The only thing Abraham Lincoln did was end slavery in the South. He kept slavery in the North. The Civil War was a war of northern aggression, plain and simple. He had no moral high ground. He was no great emancipator. He was a tyrant.
Never heard of the third state of America?
Tell me some Black history you know about DC.
To be honest with you,
You know what I'm saying?
to be honest with you, I don't care about Black history in DC.
Oh, you know?
No, I don't.
So you
I
telling
care
me-
about the history
so
of my
you telling
people.
me white people?
I don't. It
shouldn't
doesn't
care
mean it
about
doesn't
black
matter.
are you telling me?
I support
look
your
here.
right to
Hey, white folks.
acknowledge
See
your
that?
history.
Look.
So why do you have a problem with me acknowledging mine?
Your
That's
history
all I'm
would
saying.
be nothing without
We're
mine.
humans.
Your history would be nothing without mine, sir. If it was not for black people, Confederates would not have a damn history.
White people founded
Do
this
you
country.
understand that?
White people founded this country.
Guys, racist is not a real word. Oh, they'll use it to attack us here with President Trump. President Trump's called a racist, a bigot, a fascist, all of these scary words. Fascist is but in all of these scary words, and people still voted for him.
My parents live in Alabama.
Okay, what part do they live in?
Huntsville area.
Huntsville? Yeah, man, it seems to me there's plenty of free speech going on.
Yeah, I think their idea, I think, around free speech is sort of like, I don't know, they use it as a way to appeal to liberal audiences, so to allow for a platform for their hate speech, right? So it's like, oh, we're free speech, we believe in free speech, so if you don't let us speak, then you don't believe in free speech, which is like a very essential American right, you know, and so it appeals to like the liberal audiences, and it keeps them away from opposing like the actual hate speech that is coming out of these rallies. Right. And so it's a very strategic play, but I think, you know, that's one of the reasons why we're here today, is to show that like we don't agree with that type of thinking. We want to challenge that and say that this is actually hate speech, and it's not free speech, because what it does is like it emboldens racists to violent acts, right? So like when you're spewing hate and people see that, then they think it's okay for me to beat this person that's an oppressed person or a person of color. It's like, because other people believe that, and having Donald Trump in the White House, an open bigot, that's emboldening these racists to be like, oh, we have one of our own in the White House, so they can't touch us, they're not going to touch us, right?